name is Monica Ravenel, and I came to Our Daily Rest December the 21st of 2017. And it was a wonderful experience for me, one that I can not express enough gratitude for. I guess the biggest aspect and shock and reliever was knowing that I didn't have to pay rent. When you go into an agency or a shelter, most of them charge you rent, so you walk in with a burden on you, and that was one burden that was relieved so that I could focus on saving money to get my own car and my own place. The biggest program is the financial program. They have a financial program where they teach you how to save, how to budget your money, how to put back a third of your income. And that was huge for me because as an addict, you have an addiction of spending as well. And so it trained me how to train myself to be more lucrative with my money and be prepared to do what I need to do with it. The goals that I had set, I met them all. I wanted to first get a car because I had driver's license, and I knew I would need a car because at that time you had 6 months to stay at daily rest. You don't have that long now. So my goal was to have a car so that even if I couldn't find a place to live, I would have a car to live in. That's the way my thinking was. So on my 90th day there, or 90 days clean, I got my first car, and it was awesome. And then about 90 days after that, I got me my own 2-bedroom apartment, and I had the job that I had, and that's when my son came back into my life. And then I got me a 3-bedroom trailer. So it was just moved up, because the shelter taught me things like saving money, keeping it moving, not allowing everyday struggles to get me down and keep me stuck, to trying to find a solution to my problem, and it did. And that's what all happened to me. The first person I fell in love with was Gwen Daniels, the front secretary. She was the one who answered the phone and told me that they had 5 beds, and me and her became very close, and I would help her do other things like sort the food and put food up, issue food to the homeless that comes by, because they don't just help the people that live there, they help the homeless in the community as well. And Lucy Murr, she's the bomb. I love Lucy. I love meeting with her every week. We would go over our goals, and I had a few hiccups from my past that was coming back to haunt me. She helped me handle those. She wrote me letters of recommendation, and it was just phenomenal. And at the time, Lauren Richardson worked there, and she was just phenomenal. She always motivated me to keep it moving. And after I moved out, she even gave me an opportunity to work there for them as a night auditor, just so I could get some of my human service skills under my belt to go with my degree. And I'll be forever grateful for that. I was a strung out crack addict when I discovered Our Daily Rest, and I was living in Greenville. And I swore I would never leave Greenville because I'm originally from Seneca, and I grew up hating Seneca, actually. And it just seemed like a one-horse town to me. And it's far from that now. It has grown and gotten better. But I didn't want to come, and I cried all the way here, but I knew I had to trust God and trust what God had in store for me. And when I got here, I had the free roof over my head, a place to lay down. I even had 3 jobs within the first week because the shelter is so connected to the community. And so I was like, okay, God, maybe this is going to work. And that's how I ended up at Our Daily Rest. I was just discussing this with someone a few days ago about addiction and how it lasts you. I was married to a 6'4" black man, and I would go toe to toe with him, fighting. But a little white small piece of dope could tell me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. It pimped me out, and it lied to me and told me I wasn't worthless, I wasn't no good, I could never amount to nothing, nobody wanted me. And those are nothing but lies from the devil, And once I got to Our Daily Rest, the shelter, and finally got a moment of clarity and a few days off the drugs, it let me know that I was somebody and that I am worth saving. And you are too. So if you have any question about if you're an addict or not, if you're questioning it, then you probably already know you are. And that just know that there is help out there. There are people who do care about us addicts and want us to get clean. And Our Daily Rest is one of those places. It took me from homeless to giving me hope. So now today, I currently live at Just for Today Transitional Recovery House in Greenville because due to COVID, I became homeless again. And because of my experience in working at Our Daily Rest, the coordinator, Cassandra Brayboy, took me in as a driver so that I could minister to the ladies and provide transportation to them to get to and from work. So that's currently where I'm at. But back in 1996, during one of my incarcerations, God placed it on my heart to open a house called Woman to Woman. And that's my long-term goal. I want to move back to Seneca and open a transitional recovery house for women. Because, you know, it's hard for women or men to get clean and stay clean. But I have had the experience of being clean and staying clean, and I know it can be done. And I know if just one person helps one more person, one person at a time, we can beat addiction. When I got to Our Daily Rest, I didn't have nothing but the clothes on my back. And when I left there, I left with tons of clothes. They provided me with everything in my house. When I first got my apartment, I didn't want for nothing. I mean, all the way down to the microwave and the coffee pot, they provided for me. And that took another large burden off of my shoulders. So please, if you are a supporter and a donator, please donate because they really need it. And if you need help, please call Our Daily Rest because they're there to help.